Hello everyone and welcome to another great modern stream here in Tokyo's MTG. Today we are playing more cards from Lorwyn. And yesterday we played Boros Energy with some new creature. And today we're playing Living End. In this case, I already played this list or something similar to this list last week at the FNM. I went there, bought the cards and just played. And after testing, thinking and trying, I've come to this list. In this case, from my last list, if you saw it on Twitter, I cut Otawara for Sunken Ruins to fix a bit more of mana. We also have no Halo Forager or the second curator, the third curator for Formidable Speaker to find Chalice Agent. This is a card that when this creature enters, you may discard a card. If you do, search your library for a creature card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then shuffle. And then it untaps another permanent, which can be relevant, but doesn't seem like it would. The board is very strong at 2/4, which is great. And this helps us search for Chalice. I don't know if I'm gonna miss Halo Forager because it's a card that let you recast your Living Ends, but we will see. Then we have 3 Wistfulness Elemental for 5. If you pay double green, you exile an enchantment or artifact, and if you pay double blue, you draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So this is just an answer. This is an answer and a proactive card. In this case, for 2 mana, it returns up to 1 target non-permanent to its owner hand. This can bounce your opponent's hate, creatures, whatever. It can also bounce your own Chalice Agent, things that cards like Brazen Borrower did not allow you. You could also recast Overlord to just get more digging, or even a stability and endurance, so you can bounce your elementals apart from all your opponent's cards. And then for double black, you get to Thoxis your opponent without losing life. This card was very strong during the event. I casted it on turn 2, took cards like Void Mirror or Cosiless Command from my opponent's hand, so we make a spawn. So this card was very, very strong. Then at hardcasting them, Wishfulness was... it was possible to hardcast it. I did it, but I think 6 mana is too much, and you can get to hardcast Deceit. I think the difference between 5 and 6 is a lot. If you get to do that, you could bounce something and discard it, because first you bounce, then you discard, so you can bounce a cool creature or a cool permanent and discard it. But I don't think this is where the games tend to end. For the sideboard, we have Betrayal, Disputes, Harvester of Miseries, which is a great card because usually on turn 2, it's good to cast it, but you can cast Wishfulness and this discards Harvester, and if you discard it, then you get it next turn back, and you didn't have to pay 2 mana to cycle and kill something. It's probably not gonna matter. Endurance, Force of Vigor, some Ashiok against Amulet, and Calling Ritual. That's a great card. So yeah. If you enjoy my content, hit like and subscribe. We're here for 1-1 against Higu Soul. We don't have a great hand, double Living End and only 1 land, so I'm gonna mold this. Okay, this hand is decent. I'm gonna cut Misty Rainforest for my hand. And let's see. Not a great hand, but has potential. This seems like Boros Energy. I would love to draw a blue card. Overlord. Overlord is strong. So here I can go black, blue, green, black, blue, and cycle end. Oh, there are some trophies already done by Living End with 4 Wishfulness. In this case, Nui White, who has 2 trophies, already has gotten there with 4 elementals of the green blue one. So Elegant Pallor. So that's the Ardent Playa version. So that's trans. So they are not doing anything now. I think I'm gonna Forest Cycle, but search for... I live a bit in fear of Blood Moon. There's Living End to get round. Here's Islands. So I can cast Overlord with Blood Moon. Plains. What is this? Reprieve? Okay. I don't know what I'm facing. Survey. So this is Jeskai Blink with some reprieves, or I don't know. Hi David. They told me you might be going to Italy next month. Gonna retry this. Why not? This Mills, Creator. I'm working on it. Okay, that's fine. This is Jeskai Blink. So here we have a hard decision, but in 2 weeks Madrid. So I want green, black. I think Field of Ruin. Okay, no more basic lands for me. There's some kind of Ponza, maybe Jeskai control. Oh, I milled over half my lands, breeding pool and overgrown tombs. So, okay, then it's gonna be this. Milling over your lands is an issue. I'm gonna cycle this, get swamp. I have Undercity Seawars. Have any more blue lands? So just gonna surveil here. Let's stay on top. In 2 weeks, Madrid. What is happening in Madrid? Just work. It's this 5 mana. Big Teferi. I guess that's not going to happen. Let me think. I have any more shocklands? 1, 2, 3. I have no shocklands, no basic lands. I guess I'm gonna travel tedious with Deceit. Milling over the lands. Overlord is sometimes pretty mean to us. I'm drawing a blue card this turn on top of the library, sure. So I will not like to draw a blue land. They have Force of Negation in hand. That's something we are sure of. But I don't have an extra untapped land. So we are facing Let's see. Hardcast Living End. Yeah, the thing is if I hardcast Living End, it doesn't do much. They just cast a fairy and I have to Shardless next turn. So I will wish them to miss on their spell, yeah. I was thinking of playing another untapped land in the deck, another shock land, but I'm not sure which one. So Living End meets Force of Negation. No? Okay. So I'm gonna put Shardless Agent on top, in fact, so that I can redraw it next turn. Maybe I should have surveilled first. I'll play the fetch land and surveil after. I'm gonna put this on top, so if they cast a Wrath, I can Living End again. I was also thinking of playing Urborg, 6 mana. That's Teferi. Sure. What are they doing with Teferi? Draw a card on tap. Okay. Yes, that's right. So they have to get rid of one of those. They can have Solitude. They did not Solitude in response. So they tap 2 lands. So I could try to kill the end. This is still a 2-turn clock. And I'm not lethaling them. So chant. Okay, if they chant, I'm fine. It's weird that they have chant. Could happen. I'm gonna attack with those 2 into the fairy and those 2 into an opponent. I could go for lethal, but if they have a Solitude, this gets taken apart. Lightning Bolt there, yeah. 4 cards. So the fairy dies, they go to 10, and I'm gonna pass. I can Endurance at the end of turn. Polymorph loses a counter. If they Wrath, I get Overlord next turn. Yeah, I probably need another shockland. It was very unlucky that we milled over or2. What's this? Supreme Verdict. Yeah, sure. Hardcast. No targets. It's just an attacker. And I'm gonna surveil. Double green, double black, and green. I guess Undercity Seawars it's better because I could get the Hedgemaze with an end. But I'm not gonna draw an end. That's not the card I want. Street Wraith. Attack. Yeah, that's 7. So I'm gonna cycle. And pass. Overlord leaves the battlefield and becomes a creature. The opponent has 7. There's another Wrath. This is a Teferi, so gonna Force of Negation. Always great to be able to force a Teferi, and my opponent concedes. Good, we beat Jeskai control. This deck usually is very good against Jeskai decks because the fair plan gets really there. Mystical Disputes. I don't like Street Wraith. And do I want to bring in Endurance? I'm gonna look at my Sultai guide from Metafy. I wrote a lot about this deck. I knew in the past I didn't bring that many cards in. I had Endurance in the main deck. So just the clean swap of Street Wraith for Dispute was there. Sultai Living End. I want to test this. So mine, Amulet, Belcher, Dimit, Uwet, Control. You brought into 1 and out for the Endurance. In the past, you had to bring in cards like Foundation Breaker or Brazen Borrower. But nowadays, with 4 Deceit, you don't need them. What's Inevitable Betrayal good against? It's good against Eldrazi's and Goryos. You steal Atraxa or Grizzlebrand. Surveil. Dispute. Yeah, that's not a card I'm gonna pass. Plains Go is weird. Probably they have the gate. Double Plains Go. That's crazy. Will they be expecting Blood Moon? I don't think so. Black green. Turn to Palamork. It's the best clock you can get. Endurance, Curator of Mysteries. I'm gonna get Curator. The blue card. So now we have the Dawn Ticking Bomb. That's Overlord. And we're just gonna chill and pass turns. Living End got drowned. Hedge Maze. And goes to the graveyard. I pass. Will not be against on playing 2 more shocklands, but gonna float blue and get forest. I get swamp or anything with this. And cycle Creamator. Okay, that's a bit sad. Surveil, overgrown tomb. Yeah, we are out of lands pretty soon. Pay life for this. I could try to Shardless Agent, but I'm literally in 0 hurry. I'm just gonna cast Endurance. Reprieve is as good as Remand. We cannot dispute it, but whatever. Endurance, targets, Mortuary, Valemorg. Valemorg is gonna stay on top. They're probably taking it down anyway. They take my top lands, so I'm gonna get Island. External opponent will be forced to move. I think I don't have any more fetchable lands. 1, 2... I have one more. Formidable Speaker. Formidable Speaker turns our extra lands into creatures. Or maybe even some dead living ends. So opponent, now it's your time to move. No Solitude. Here we could have a Sink into Stupor that can bounce Verdict. We don't have it yet, but Teferi. So I'm gonna cast Subtlety, targeting Teferi. And my opponent concedes to our Fair Plan. Not even needing to cast Shardless Agent, just grinding the Jeskai control deck to death. Had Shardless Agent in my starting hand, never needed to cast. This was an easy match. So we're playing against Galashev in round 2, what could probably be Belcher, but it's Kahira. Kuromame, thanks for the follow. So I'm gonna keep this. I'm missing a land, but I have 2 cycles and some spells. Curator of Mysteries is one of the strongest, weakest cards. It's just a 1-drop that you can cycle. But every day, less and less into the Curator train. So probably blue-black from here. We have double Elemental. I haven't got the chance to cast those. That's for sure not Belcher. So here you surveil, then you cycle. Isocron Scepter. That's very bad. Undercity Sewers. Maybe I should have got white. Sink into Stupor. They have a companion. Yes, they have. Orim's Chant. Green, I could have exiled the Scepter, but with blue, I'm also fine. Cycle Street Wraith. Play. They probably have a Force of Negation, but no one expects the Blue Inquisition. So they lost quite some tempo and 1 Orim's Chant. Another land. Do they have another Orim's Chant? Okay, they have another Isocron Scepter with another Orim's Chant. Okay, that's gonna be uphill. Overlord of the Balmorg. I don't have lands. So what's this going to work? I'm not sure. So I could cycle Creamator, hit a land. And if I miss, I'm a bit down. I'm gonna gamble. Overlord and you get the new creature. I'm probably never getting to use the new creature because it's sorcery speed. Don't be worried, thanks for the follow. So we will see. Okay, they had double Orim's Chant and Scepter. I black metal. So green black. They're just trying to chant me over and over. Green black. To like end. Flame Chant. So I have a Boseiju. So here gonna be cast Breeding Pool, go. I will need to draw Boseiju, Sink into Stupor, or also Negation. Otawara would have been a good card against this, but I still didn't draw the Sunken Ruins. We got Kahira. Okay. We are decent at our flash game. Now they chant Scepter. I'm able to attack this turn. Not like it's a huge victory, but it's something I can do. I'm like probably 25% of winning this game, but still prismatic ending. Surveil, Hedge Maze. This goes to the grave, and I cast a Subtlety. It's getting more attackers in there. Punish them for casting spells. They chant me. I can still attack. Ooh, Sink into Stupor. That can be... They need 1 more mana and they win. They don't win. We can have Sync. We can have Force of Negation. Also, they just close the game out a bit more, but not like it's crazy. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna Sync when it's very relevant. And I have Force of Negation back up at least. a Teferi, but if they Teferi, we subtlety it. We can fight. Now it's gonna be go time. Sync Scepter. Now I attack. I don't have triple black. I will need triple black to get Deceit back and hardcast it. So I think I'm gonna force them to do something. Maybe I just cast Deceit with Evoke. I know this matchup pretty well. So here I draw cards. Deceit. Okay, and I'm gonna discard, I guess, Endurance. This gets evoked. Cast this with Evoke. From now on, I can take counters or discard spells. Wrath, Isocron Scepter, Spell Snare, Wrath, no counters. I think I'm gonna take the Wrath. Rest of the cards do not matter that much. Okay, they look at the top 5 cards. Narset. Care about Narset. This dice. I get Overgrown Tomb, tapped, pass. So they're at 9. I can subtlety Narset if that's the plan. We don't have 4 colors, so 1 Supreme Verdict is gone. Kahira, I guess. I guess that's fine. Attack, play Overlord, get Deceit back, cast Deceit with Evoke. What's Deceit? It's like Grief. It's not like Grief, but it's great. That's been very good. Supreme Verdict, this dice. And just gonna cast Charlotte's Agent, just Grief at home. It's a bit better than at home. So here I'm gonna target myself with Endurance to bring it my counters and my cards back. So they called Wrath, but the Wrath is not getting there. So playing Overlord to get Deceit back is a great play. Narset. Subtlety the Narset. If they chant me, that's fine. They add to my army. Okay, we defeated turn 2 and turn 3 Orim's chant with Isocron Scepter. Not too shabby. So Dispute. We could bring an Ashiok, which is a medium card, but Endurance. Also Vigor, let us get rid of Scepter. Maybe better than Endurance. Probably having the Fist. Also Vigor is better than having anything else. So okay, let's go. Maybe I should play 2 more Shocklands. I'm not sure. This hand is a keep, but not like crazy good, but still fine. Rainfalls go. Gonna Surveil first. Overload, the seed was cracked, yeah. Very strong interaction. Will be better with Grief, but will also cost you more cards. High Noon, yeah, I have so many cards to deal with that. I don't even care about that. I'm gonna search for green. I need green here, so green, blue, green, black, Underground Mortuary, Shardless. I'm gonna keep this on top. Even if it doesn't do much this turn. Black, I don't even need to filter. So we have an Overlord. Wishfulness, yeah. Wishfulness for some reason destroys High Noon. So we have a plan. Yeah, High Noon, not the best card. Now we have a card that is very good against them. Puts pressure, is a big card to get back. So good luck. Do I want to attack or not? I could play Endurance this turn because they're just hoping to do something with their mana. So I'm gonna try to punish them a bit for waiting. 3 mana, Narset. Sure. Look at the top 4 cards and get Days Undoing. I'm a bit in danger, but not that much. Endurance gets cast. I'm gonna put my graveyard back. I don't have any creatures, and I have 2 disputes I would like to shuffle back. Attack Narset. They want to use a removal spell in this? No? Okay, so I don't live in fear anymore. Green. Wistfulness. It's cast. Mystical Dispute. Care about that. Blue, green, black. The green black land has... Oh, I cannot cast any more spells. Okay, that was a misplay. I forgot about my 1 spell a turn. Not the biggest issue, but it's there. Stock up, yeah. You can resolve stock up. Bam. Forest Cycling or Forest Cycling or Hedge Maze. Gonna attack. You have 2 mana, so probably counter spell. Can cast Wistfulness. I think I'm just gonna hard cast Overlord. Which of the two elementals do you think fits better? I think both are very good. So they need to Wrath this turn. I'm gonna take Wistfulness back. This takes down. Do you have time for coaching tomorrow? Yes, depending on the time, but yeah, I think yes. Send me a direct message. Teferi, sure, yeah. You got a Teferi. And now what? They bounce my Overlord. Okay, that means I can bounce Teferi. What's this? Kahira. Okay, I kill Kahir, I kill Teferi. Attack Teferi. They Solitude. Sure, I don't care about that. I'm gonna hard cast this. No. Okay, casting this is not that easy. So green, green, green. Okay. Destroy that. Draw 2, discard. I'm gonna discard, I guess, Living End. Destroy High Noon, Edge Mace. Put Living End into the grave. Actually, exile that, yeah? They need a Wrath or something, but it's strong. It's not ridiculously good, it's just better Foundation Breaker. It's very good if your opponent gets Torpor Orb. So now, combats. Supreme Verdict, yeah, sure. Gonna fetch first to not mill my lands. Swamp. Swamp Forest is Overlord with Impending. We are grinding you to death. I want to get a Deceit. Deceit can bounce the fairy. Creator, Wistfulness, Subtleties. So I guess it's Wistfulness. And now I cast Wistfulness to draw cards. They're probably countering Overlord, so I prefer them to just counter Wistfulness. Exile, Kahira. So this is just draw this card. I only have 1 Living End left in my deck. Endurance goes. That's a lot of value. We are running into lands. Take on Days Undoing. They're probably trying to set up Days Undoing, Narset. But Narset, sure, I guess. So now, oh, they are not doing this. Okay, that's weird. They could just keep it and Days Undoing me. Consult the start charts. Sure. I don't know what's happening, but I'm gonna lose my hand. Ottawa is strong in this matchup, but draw step. Oh, I drew Deceit. Yeah, I can't interact with the fairy. Try to get rid of the fairy a lot, but attack the fairy, I guess. I had a Overlord. This would have been better, but we drew Deceit 1 turn late. Consign to the graveyard. Not that consign is that good against this deck. Decent. Celestial Purge cannot deal with our semi card. I'm probably not winning this game, but I have all Living Ends back in my deck, which seems gonna attack Narset. Formidable Speaker. That's a Solitude. Not being able to discard cards. Maybe Formidable Speaker is not a great card in this matchup. I can draw more Overlords, so I'm not that worried about. Wistfulness is also good cards. Stock up. Yeah, at 11 minutes. If I don't draw a decent card right now, I'm probably gonna concede. Maybe they just lock me out against the fairy. Yeah, I never drew a Force of Negation, or my Subtleties one drawn late. Okay, I'm gonna go to game 3. I had a lot of card advantage, but end up setting up their combo. Look at this is Ashiok in this matchup. This gets them all fetches. Cold Mill them. I don't like Formidable Speaker that much. I'm gonna try boarding in Ashiok. Could be a good card to bait them into something. Maybe Endurance is better. Not sure at all. Okay, lands and spells. We're on the play, so I think I'm gonna start cycling. Blue, black. Then on turn 2 or then turn 2. Blue, black, green, black, green, black, and Deceit with double black. Then we see what follows. I can get Deceit back with Overlord next turn, so that's fine. Counterspell, Teferi, Force of Negation, Counterspell, things. I guess they don't have anything. They have Solitudes. I'm gonna take Teferi, and then in the future get for the rest. I think Teferi is the card I fear the most currently, and I will still need to beat things. Surgical, great, but not amazing. Okay, reach. So whatever it has this turn is gonna resolve. Should resolve. So Overlord, this gets Deceit back. Overlord get Deceit, Overlord get Deceit. And we start. What is this? Console the start charts. Sure. So one less black card. Tic-tac Overlord. This is so strong. Hi Dario. So I'm gonna get green, black. We drew a land. Mythical Dispute will be great. Boseiju. Boseiju is good against Isochron Scepter. And that's it. I'm still gonna keep it. Green. Here they can counter and that's it. What's the matchup versus Affinity? It's close. I haven't played with this version, but I think it should be much better. Now you have a creature in the main deck that disenchants everything. So it should be much better than in the past. You mostly lost against Saga, and now you can just kill Sagas on the go. So that's something. Endurance. Okay, here. I'm gonna play Boseiju and cast Deceit. Wait. Not with that mana. With this mana. I can force of negation if needed. They will need to force of negation back. And there starts our game. Dispute, just free spell. Okay, they use their dispute for nothing. So force of negation. So force of negation is 3. I'm gonna take their free spell. Not taking their creatures. Draw discard. Yeah. Endurance? People sometimes forget you can just play 3. They probably just wanted to get rid of me comboing them, but I don't understand. Lucky. So that's the plains, and they discarded the island. So they have counter spell. Okay, Deceit dance again. So we are gonna get Deceit again for the 10th million time. It's better this Living End with elementals. I'm pretty sure it's better. So Deceit. Yeah, just winning a lot of time until things happen. So what's this? Solitude and response. I could not care less. So this dies. So next turn is Living End time. Living End will be a tier 1, probably. The attack. Now I will wish to draw a land. I guess any untapped land makes me a protect but shardless agent, which is fine. Even if not, I can just hardcast this and see what happens. Shardless agent. Attack on sign. Okay, yeah, reach in response. Sure. I'm gonna discard. Maybe not Walamorg. Very Wistfulness. That's another big creature. They don't discard Solitude. So they have a counter ready for that? Doesn't seem like so. So my graveyard gets shuffled. Now I have double blue for force of negation. If they wrath, I can just overlord back my Shardless and Living End again. I don't have Single Stupor in hand now, but consult the star charts. Not going to happen. Not on my watch. That's lethal, I think. They could draw 1 and die. They could Solitude something. But my graveyard is as big as the... Better say it was as big as the Grand Canyon. Force of negation there. And concession. Just like we wrote. This is really a deck that beats up on control decks. Maybe not on the Simic Ritual decks, but on the classic blue-whites, you have a pretty positive matchup against them. On my Metafrail profile, you will find all my competitive Magic the Gathering content. You will get deck and sideboard guides, articles with ideas and analysis, and even the decks I will be playing in my next big tournament. I offer one-to-one coaching sessions to help take your game to the next level. Following is completely free, so hit the subscribe button and keep up with everything I post on metafy.gg. So we are here in round 1 against Niku, which tends to play Creamator, so we have to be aware of that. That's the kind of deck they like. Underworld Cookbook, yeah, that's what they said. So I will need a green card. They play Emrakul, but not Atraxa, which I guess is a win for us. Okay, Force of Negation, not that bad. Go. Saga, yeah. Blue-green. Treat Wraith goes to the grave. They don't have Graveyard Tail main deck, right? Cookbooks, Highway Robbery, Emrakul, Yargle. Subtlety is also a good card against them. Overgrown Tomb and Balmorg for green. Searching for a green card. It is a black, but not a green card. Blue. Gonna get Street Wraith. I think that's a bit safer in case of need. Do they want to Emrakul me now? Not. Do we have all the combo? Not. I'm thinking Yargle. It's 18. So I need to Street Wraith into a green card. Okay, that was not a green card. Okay, and that. Turn to kill. Nice. Yeah, I guess. So Vigor is great. They have Emrakuls. Could try to steal the Emrakuls. Charma, Ashiok, Dumping Sphere, Needle Meltdown. I think I'm gonna go into the Emrakul plan. Endurance. They have Sagas, Verdant, Dreams of Steel and Oil, Profane Tutor. So Ashiok is also a decent card against them. Cards that I do not need. Deceit is probably not that great. Looking at their hand is not a big advantage. So I'm gonna play like so. Let's see. I like Wistfulness. Also Negation is not like amazing, but can do things. Maybe counter a Thoxis. What did I roll? Yeah, because I lost. So 1 lander, Street Wraith, Cycling, Endurance, Shardless. Yeah, I like this hand. Landlight, but strong. This both things. Maybe you want to Treat Wraith on turn 1. We need to draw some lands. We are good against some parts of their combo. We have no outs against their own Enrakul. Land, please? Yeah, that's a land. I will need a third land, but not gonna say anything. Oof, this is not the land I want. Okay, I can cast Wishfulness just to draw cards. This is Suspend Tutor or Succeeds Me. I will Robbery. You may discard a card. Yeah, discard a card. I'm thinking what to discard. I have a ton of Endurance running around. Greenland will be great, but anything else we will see. Discards Yargle. Boss of Negation. That's not the card I wanted to see, but also not terrible. Evoke. So I'm gonna discard Sink. Then take green, black. I have to be aware of Pith and Needle. So blue, green, Hedge Maze. Overlords. I'm gonna keep Overlord on top. Probably not needed, but in case. Vexing Bubble. Oh, Vexing Bubble. That's troublesome. Okay, they didn't have in their last list Vexing Bubble. So maybe I'm dead due to Vexing Bubble happening. Maybe. The last list that's from it's from last month, so take whatever. So that's the reason I kept the Overlord on top, because it was a joker for weird stuff happening. Yeah, I called Bones. I could have kept Sink into Stupor and Bones of Vexing Bubble, but that was not worth. Maybe I take Shardless. Yeah, they thought a lot, so Bowmaster. Okay, yeah, we missed the third land drop. If we would have hit it, the game would have been much better, but whatever. Overlord or... I could get Generous End. That makes that next turn I can cast Endurance, which is not that bad. Another End, probably too much. Opponent knows our hand. Vexing Bubble. Yeah, I had a pretty good hand, but did not work out. Land. Iron Shelf. Discard a card that creates against indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. So fine. I get this. This is a great draw. Blue. I'm at 12. Green, blue. I cannot tap for blue because our Swift Ballmaster gets bigger. I'm just gonna cast this for green. Exile Bubble. A crack. Yeah, I think the clock won't have changes too much if we did draw this card, so they are drawing. This takes down. So now they need a Thoxys. This attacks for 5. I go to 7. But next turn is Emrakul time. I would love to draw a blue card. Saga. I do not care about Saga right now. Crack with Creamator. Do they have only good big cards? Maybe. Okay, this... okay, they can discard all the small ones. Okay, we were too slow. No subtleties, no nothing. They discard all the small cards and we get the big hits. Miracle, Street Wraith, Breeding Pool. Vexing Bubble was a card. Yeah. Sad loss. I don't think we are in a bad spot against that deck, but we missed our land drop. The land we drew as the third land was a swamp. We didn't draw it. We put it on the Grave of Surveil, but I think that in case we got there with the Shardless on turn 3, I would have easily won. But yeah, life is life. You win crazy games, you lose crazy games. Front 4 against Kurtz. We have a decent hand. Surveil. I want to get blue from this to be able to Wistfulness on turn 2. Depending what they play, maybe I do something else. But I'm gonna get maybe not black-blue. Cutler Shrine screams like green-black. Green-black. I'm not gonna cast this. So this goes to the grave. I'm just gonna pass. I need to hurry. If it's needed, I want to... That's Watery Graves. So this is Esper something. Overlord. So here we met with Phalia. Here we get met with Phalia. Probably just thinking Phalia, if that's my opponent's plan. Full Mending. I'm gonna think Mending. Okay, we're playing against Goryos. Goryos is a quite bad matchup. We can't get there. So blue, cast this with Evoke. Here I want to get a Deceit. Bingo. Living End gets discarded. And now Deceit gets cast for black. Oh god, this Deceit. The card is very strong. So this could take a Goryos out of my opponent's hand. So yeah, Goryos. They had it. They really had it. Okay. Yeah, now they are gonna discard their fat creatures. But I'm on hardcast Overlord time. They could draw into another Goryos and I'm cooked. But so yeah, we're gonna play the endurance game. So do they drew in the top 3 cards another Goryos? That will be sad. Oxys. Sad. Okay. We don't have Force of Negation or Endurance. Yeah, we hit our Deceit, but they drew one of their 3 cards that did something. Okay, that's sad. It's very sad. Yeah. We cannot fight against the very good draws. This stays in this card. Another Overlord. Yeah, that's bad. Deceit, Echoed Bones, Griselbrand. I guess it's a plan. We draw 7. Yeah. Our Elementals are doing a lot of work, but not like it's the best in the world. They got Goryos here. Our opponent was playing Boros Energy last time, which I think our hand was very capable of winning. So we can get Atraxa. Yeah, go to 3. Go to 3. Ephemerate, Quantum Riddler, Atraxa, Psychic Frog. So it's 13. So there's Force of Negation only. Okay. So I go to 3. The Ephemerate Atraxa. 2, 3, 5. Force of Negation. Deceit again. Blue, black, blue. Overlord. Could cast a Deceit. Maybe I should have hard casted Deceit. Bones Atraxa. Still died to the Atraxa next turn anyway. Black, green. Yeah, I die. I hit Deceit, but I could have also hit Endurance, but they hit another Goryos, which I think it's okay. So what are they playing? Damping Sphere, Wrath, Disputes, Toxies, Consigns. Not that much. Graveyard Hate, Disputes, Ashiok, Endurance, Wistfulness, probably not worth. Living End, Street Wraith, because you can keep one Street Wraith. It was one Wishfulness, can destroy something random. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Ashioks are cool, Deceits are cool. You can keep one Living End, but the card is so bad against so many things. They have Consigned to Memory now, but we have cards. Okay. This hand is okay. I missed something, but I think it's fine. Oh, I can suspend one Betrayal. Have Endurance. Have Dispute for Frog or Teferi. Okay, here I can Dispute. Next turn I could suspend Betrayal, which makes them move a bit. Spending Betrayal runs into Teferi Goryos. Toxis. I do not care about that. Endurance gets taken. Seawards. Go. Sink to Stupor. Yeah, I like to keep Stink. I don't have green yet, but next turn I can Betrayal with Stink backup. With Dispute backup, which I guess is fine. 3 mana. Yep, not a green land, but a land. I'm gonna hold to this Deceit a bit more. Suspend this. Pass. I should play my land. I'm gonna play this tapped. They have 5 cards. Tainted Indulgence, yeah, that resolves. You know what the game is about, so they discard Griselbrand. Now they call Goryos Psychic Frog. I don't care about Psychic Frog right now. Not now. If I draw Deceit, if I draw green mana, can Deceit. Okay, Polymorph is not that bad. Polymorph. Maybe I should have Deceit first. No, I'm gonna take the second Endurance. I should have probably Deceit first and then cast Overlord, because it was the best card I could go get back. Maybe End was there too. Turning how the list felt very good, to say the truth. So they have 1 consign there. No green mana yet. Evoke dies. Endurance is not that great against this deck because they brought in all the consigns. Here, for example, having Fairy backup is always very good, but 3 cards, land, 7th land. This is not an Atraxa. Draw cards, Emirate and Respawns. Okay, yeah, draw some more cards. This is the small combo. This card. Need to draw green mana as soon as possible. 3-4. I think, maybe 40% chance of winning. Toxies. Sure. Take my Shardless Agent or whatever you want. I don't care. Maybe Dispute. Dispute is the most inefficient card. This gets not warped. I guess Ashiok is a card. Not the best card, but so we are gonna target them. We could mill ourselves, but we don't have living ends in the deck, so no real reason to do that. They know my hands. I have nothing. Yeah, maybe suspending one turn earlier. The misplay. Probably they have a lot of cards to deal with. This suspended. Also not drawing green. This needs to be another green-black shockland. Suspend, cast the card they are casting. Sign, force of negation. None would be great. Hero Killer, thanks for the 14 months. So, consign for 3. Fine. Another Shardless, but they don't have green mana. This 6, 7, 10, 11. This is lethal. Yeah. Never drew green. That was sad. Maybe I should have not kept the second Soporific Springs. Being one card deeper into nothing. Yeah. Our last 2 rounds we lost were quite sad. I think variants got a bit in our way. Maybe I should have had a very strong hand. Maybe I should have countered the frog. I think it did not matter when we were at it, but I didn't cast the Deceit before Overlord, which was also a punt. Also, like Charo Killer, everyone that has Amazon Prime, I will be very happy if you subscribe. Okay, we play against Diablo XSZ, which is... There's a high chance that this game is not the first game. So they have Devourer. Gonna cycle Street Wraith and play Sunken Ruins. So almost any land I draw is there. What are they playing? It's not Affinity. To be some crazy deck. Okay, just Broodscale. This is also not a steering, sure. This matchup is not easy. If they play the Chrysalis version, it's a bit harder. But so any on-tap land, let us cast Overlord, they get Vexing Bubble. Sure, that's a good card. Formidable Speaker. So yeah, we kept a bit of a greedy hand. Yeah, that's what happens with this deck sometimes. Blade, sure. Another Endurance. So Fleshraker. Now the bleeding starts. Okay. I'm gonna concede this game is not... I'm not gonna get there in time to win this game. Yeah, Sunken Ruins, not cycling or doing anything. That's a bit sad. So there are 2 approaches to this matchup. You can bring in the Betrayals, but they are not that strong. Force of Negation, Deceit is fine. Overlord, Street Wraith is medium. Force of Negation, and 1 Endurance. They have Rumbles. You tend to be able to overpower them, but you still keep 2 Endurance. Or then maybe you can search it for Formidable Speaker if needed. We have never get to cast Speaker this league. That's sad. Blue, green. Sunken Ruins has not been that impactful. I would have wished you want to have another land, black-green land. I'm gonna cycle this turn. What they play first, Eldrazi Temple. If they are not casting anything, I'm just getting... I need to get green. I can get black from Sunken Ruins. This stays on top, so I'm gonna cycle and play Breeding Bull tapped. Pass. And Wistfulness now. Rumble, yeah, sure. Saga, Devourer, Blade, Poseidon. They take Blade. I think I'm gonna poke this. I have Calling Ritual for the future, so not that much fair. I have to discard 1 card. That's gonna be... What did they kept? Oh, Ursa Saga was chosen. Okay. I'm gonna discard Harvester. I thought they took Blade. That's still not that bad. I'm gonna discard Harvester. It's a card I don't want to cast. I will wish to draw a land. If I draw any land, I can Overlord for Wistfulness and get back their Saga. Another Rumble, sure. Now taking gains 1 life. Another Rumble, yeah, sure. Talismans, Glaring Fleshraker. Those. So let me think what I'm gonna do. Subtlety that. Cold Ritual. Can wait. I think I'm gonna force this. Even if it's decent for me, but I will wish to get a end. Wistfulness. Now I'm gonna cycle Curator. Subtlety. Okay. I need another land. But my opponent has a lot of gas. Did not play the Saga. Like never. Okay. Blade. I need to draw a land or something. Some mana up. That's probably a Cosilius Command. Land? Okay, that's a bit late for a land. But still working. Poke this. No, they're a bit fast to Cosilius Command. 1 Cosilius Command, 2 Cosilius Command. Okay. This dies at 19. So not lethal, but Cosilius Command. Another Eldrazi Temple. 17. Equip. Yeah, sure. Where are my Shardless Agents? Okay. Here they are. Shardless Agent. Cast Living End. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna just pass priority here. They could exile a lot of my graveyard, but if they don't, I will have. But they can get their Devourers back. Don't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. Causeless Command gets cast. Counters Unmade, and then what's the other option? Cry and Draw. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this makes a token. Things are exiled. Let's cry a bunch. I cast Endurance. Targeting myself. Wait. Cancel. So first I want this to shuffle back. I target them. Okay, yeah, I target them first. My bad. I was about to punt very hard. So yeah, this dies. Endurance comes back. They have nothing. Now I have 1 Living End remaining, and they have 1 Fleshraker. I'm gonna take them off their Fleshraker. And Overlord is ticking down. So how many cards they kept on top? 4 on top, 3 on bottom. This is Basking Broodscale. Subtlety. This is a redraw for me. So let me draw another card later. Things die. This goes. Also, Vigor will be a great card. This goes to the top. And now they have 5, 6, 7. They have a Devourer. Serious Command. Okay, tokens and draw the Broodscale again. This makes a big Broodscale, but not a lethal Broodscale. Probably the next card is some way to lethal me, but I guess drawing Subtlety, also Vigor. They give me 1 life. They play Broodscale, and now they equip and have a ton of millions of mana. Endurance. Okay, gonna pass here. Also, Vigor would have been great, but maybe they have a Ballista. Yeah, this keeps growing and making mana. So they have a payoff for sure, but I have to keep playing until we see something. I can jump for a few turns. 18, 12 mana. This Ballista for whatever. Okay, I'm gonna concede. Yeah, that was sad. We went 2-3. We faced some bad matchups. Broodscale and Goryos are bad matchups. You can still beat them, but they're not easy at all. And yeah, I lost against the Goryos deck. Yeah, that was also a bit bittersweet. Resume. Sunken Ruins is great, but I feel that it's less than it should have, because it's true that it filters your island into double black, and to cast Deceit, it's a very decent card. But I got stuck by not casting spells because this was a colorless land, and I think probably I will like a second Overgrown Tomb instead of that. And then I will probably want another shock land there. I don't know which. I'm thinking that I got out of lands often, so I will not be against playing another shock land. I'm not sure if blue-green, probably not blue-green. So for now, I think I'm just going with a second Overgrown Tomb. But it's thinking hard about it. Still somehow decent. Green, blue. I guess you can get away with this. Maybe you can cut another land, but I think it's fine. Overgrown Tomb doesn't cycle. Crate of Mistress. You have 2 of them only. And it also doesn't cast Wistfulness for blue. So maybe it's blue-black. Like blue-black. Cast Wistfulness. Cast. Is the swamp necessary? Not really, but I like to have it because this deck takes a lot of life loss. And having a basic swamp helps a lot. It's like, is the island necessary? It's not, but I think you take a lot of damage. Maybe it's better to have another Watery Grave. Watery Grave cycles Creamator, cycles End, cast Wistfulness, and cast Deceit, which are your early plays, and also Overlord. It cannot be searched by End, but that's not the worst. Yeah, probably it's another Watery Grave. Will not be against of playing like Watery Grave and another Breeding Pool or Overgrown Tomb. Probably Breeding Pool, but still not sure. Breeding Pool is one of your weakest lands. Watery Grave is one of the best lands for sure. Does so much. I don't know. I think that's gonna be it. I'm sad that I never got to use Formidable Speaker. It's an interesting addition. I can't be sure how good it is. Just to have more shardless agents. What I know is Wistfulness has been decent, like good, but Deceit has been very, very, very strong. Deceit has been very strong. Like Deceit, get it back with Overlord, Deceit again, or bounce something like a frog or Cruiserbrand, or even you can bounce your Overlord or your own shardless back to your hand and recast it. So I'm a huge fan of Deceit. Wistfulness is just decent. Also, not against of playing a 4th Wistfulness in the sideboard. I don't know in what spot, but I think it's also strong. Okay, that's it. If you like the video, like and subscribe and all those things.